What does it mean to be an Italian American? This is a question that many have had to ask themselves over the years. From the time of early Italian immigration up until now, there has been a constant struggle to form a concrete identity for this group. Over the years, these depictions have given way to various stereotypes. We talked to Gianni and Shania, a film student and proud Italian from Gardner, New York, about his feelings on the issue.
I am Italian American. My family is from Sicily. So much of my life I had put my Italian identity first. The 1950s and 60s, we start to see greaser culture become part of the norm. The greaser culture definitely became romanticized as more of a gang-like mentality than it was a counterculture, and that was done through media.
Our discussion with Gianni was incredibly informative and set us off on a journey of exploration regarding the issue. At least it would have if we weren't a team of college students boggled down with mountains of coursework. Along with other schoolwork, we were working on a short narrative film for the same class as this same documentary. Most, if not all, college students are affected by this phenomenon.
So I'm taking 17 credits. I mean, I sound like a lot, but I'm an RA and now I have no life. With these bags under my eyes, these dark circles. I'm tired, I just want to graduate, but I have another year left.
Some professors think that their class should be your whole life. They don't care if another professor assigned a big project, if you have a big test coming up, they don't care.
Whether it be from jobs, multiple upper-level classes, or outside obligations, students suffer from work overload. We spoke with some students suffering from work overload to see what its effects were and how severe it could get.
Honestly, I'm drained. I'm tired, I'm sick, and I'm actually going nuts. Right now I haven't slept in 8 hours, no lie.
I'm a senior. I'm taking 6 classes right now. One of them is hybrid, one of them is online. It's actually way more work than I thought it would be. I haven't been sleeping basically at all for the past 3 weeks.
It's different this semester because I only have one final I actually have to study for, but then they make up for it by just throwing a lot of papers at me and a lot of projects and presentations and tests. I'm just really tired.
Hello, I am currently in the MPC TV editing studio, as you can see. Currently I am working on essentially three projects simultaneously. I have editing to do for our narrative piece here on this computer. Behind me I have my hard drive hooked up to my laptop because I have to transfer footage from the hard drive to this computer. Here I'm transferring footage from a completely different shoot I did for a freelance thing that I need to download all the footage for. I'm downloading it to that computer. On top of that, earlier I was using this computer to edit a completely different third or fourth or whatever it is thing for an internship. And then I also have stuff to do for NPC TV, extracurricular, newsy type stuff. And then on top of that, I haven't gotten outside in almost 5 hours.
The Godfather comes out in the 1970s. I think this is where Italian American portrayals in media meets the main issue of representation and people actually paying attention to the meanings of film. Postmodernism is just starting to be born, and we are starting to realize that we can actually take stuff from things and make them cool without understanding or without caring about the meaning of things.
Causes of work overload are not entirely known, but doctors are led to believe it is caused by high expectations, procrastination, and even multiple responsibilities. Some symptoms of work overload include, but are not limited to, sleep deprivation,
Tired. I'm so tired.
mental instability,
Fuck.
stress, anxiety, anger, incomplete assignments, and complaining.
So I have literally so much work this week. I have to do 3 presentations this week and have 2 papers due on Wednesday, as well as a presentation that day, 2 papers due on Thursday, as well as another presentation that day, and a take-home test due. And it's ridiculous because I have no time to do literally anything. I barely even have time to sleep. It's ridiculous.
As you can see, the effects can be pretty severe. Luckily, the survival rate is very high, almost at 100%.
But anyway, we keep going past The Godfather, which is an amazing movie, but people just don't understand the meaning. People don't get that it's a tragic story. So The Godfather, Godfather Part 2. In the 90s, Goodfellas is made. And Goodfellas is, again, super cool movie, super amazing movie. Martin Scorsese is one of the best shows. The romanticizes the life of a gangster. Also shows its downfall. But when people quote Goodfellas, they don't quote the ending. They quote the beginning. They quote, as far back as I remember, all I wanted was to be a gangster.
Because especially a lot of my professors have been like either shortening their office hours or just canceling them altogether, and like I have all these papers and tests, and I don't ever really know what's going on, and it doesn't seem like my professors know what's going on, and this semester has just been weird for everyone.
Do your part to put a stop to work overload. If you suffer from this epidemic, you can help by calling 1-800-OVERLOAD. That's 1-800-687-5623. We need to put a stop to work overload.
On a serious note, students are too often given more work than they can handle.
Professors pack on assignment after assignment, not realizing that most students have other assignments or even jobs.
I'm so stressed out. The workload is ridiculous. I don't have time for myself. I don't have time to do anything. It's just too much, and I'm over it, and I want to graduate, and I swear the real world is not as hard as college.
And sometimes issues arise in students' personal lives, such as family issues or health issues, and some professors are not willing to compromise.
Huge workloads result in high amounts of stress in students, which can lead to incomplete assignments.
The interactions we had with students were not scripted. Those were their actual feelings about their workload.
I have never failed any of my classes before, and the amount of loaded work we get every single day has not given me a chance to balance out these assignments, and there are exams the same day, so I don't know how to study for these exams.
These huge workloads can have real mental and sometimes physical effects, and sometimes these effects can be lasting.
Course curriculums need to be thought about with the student in mind.
As students, we understand that our coursework is supposed to be rigorous and teach us about the real world.
However, there is a point where the work students are given is unrealistic and can easily be replaced with an in-class lesson.
We don't want a world where students are too affected by stress and workloads to find interest in what they do.
It is important for the viewers to learn about a culture, to learn about who you're watching and what that culture actually is before you associate it with that motion picture that you're watching right then. The viewer must educate themselves before they even see the movie. The viewer must educate themselves after they see the movie so that they can truly understand the full picture and why it's relevant.